Talking about Kermit the Frog, he's been living in my throat.
And our word of the day on this feast of Saints Philip and James, apostles both, on this Friday, May the 3rd. Our word for today is works. Works is our word for today. And here to talk about it is the one, the only, the fabulous Debbie Georgianni.
Hey,
Good morning, Debbie.
Good morning, Ron and Dave. And Ron, I feel for you. I had the same virtual frog this whole week. It was driving me crazy. And then I passed it to Adam Bly. And so now he's got it. So that's all good.
Yeah, when I was listening a couple of days ago, I thought, it sounds like Debbie's got a cold.
I know. It's that time of year. I don't know. When the seasons change, or you go flying or something of that nature, you just come back and the allergies, the older you get, it's just... It gets difficult, So I mean, we're all hanging in there, and that's the good thing. But
that's why I've got my AI Dave.
AI Dave.
No, I'm kidding. We don't do that, Catholic Cancer. We don't do that. We're real here. We're real people every single day. Sorry.
That is hilarious.
Good morning, Debbie.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so Dave, you make it so difficult for me on Fridays. There's really nothing I can add to your reflections. I listened to them twice.
Okay, well, it's been nice chatting with you, Debbie.
Yeah, thanks. Have a good weekend. Yeah. But just a couple things that I just would say quite simply, and it's probably coming from the life coaching standpoint. That's the work that we do outside of the radio show. And it's this idea of walking the walk and talking the talk and really being out there and being Christ to each other. Mother Teresa, as we know, did it best. She was Christ to everyone she met, and she would encounter them, and they would see Christ in her. She would see Christ in them. And same with Blessed Carlo Acutis. They said he radiated a light that came from him. Why? Because he stayed connected to the vine. He was connected to the Trinity in that way and understood the power of God and the source, and then he went out into the world and he was Christ-like. So true. And our works, I think oftentimes we know a lot in our head, we believe a lot in our minds and in our hearts, but when we really go out there soul to soul, there's a bit of a missing piece. And I don't know if it's the world is just getting in our way, or, technology is vying for our attention, or what. There's many, many reasons and distractions and excuses. But the bottom line is we are meant to be soul to soul at the community level. And, and yet we get so caught up in these worldly situations that are happening, and we're like so interested, and we're glued to the podcasts and the TV set and everything, and we want to find out what's going on next. But yet in our local area, we've got people all around us that need to know Christ, feel Christ, and encounter Christ, and we can be Christ to them in our daily works. And yeah, I think we do that really well on Catholic radio. I really do. Everybody that I have met who has worked on Catholic radio or has been who has volunteered or experienced Catholic radio, they have forever been changed from the inside out, because we know that God is using the radio airwaves to reach each and every one of us. So I just would encourage folks today, start with the people right in front of you, your family, your friends, your neighbors, your community, your coworkers, and be Christ to them, and really, really practice being Christ. I mean, you don't have to be perfect to go out there and be Christ-like. You just have to show, like you said, Dave, I think you just said it the other day, a genuine smile to somebody. It can change their life. And I just would encourage folks to please do that. And don't think that, it's, well, what am I going to do? It's just a meaningless gesture or whatever. God is all of heaven is watching everything. As a matter of fact, not only are the angels and saints watching everything, but the demons are watching everything. So that's why it's very important that at all times we are Christ-like, even in the privacy of our own homes.
I love it, Debbie. And just a reminder, you have a divine appointment, every single listener. You have a divine appointment today, and it's most likely going to be because of a delay, because there's a long line at the cash register or something like that, and the person in front or in back of you is the person you're supposed to talk to. Don't miss the opportunity through frustration that the world brings when the Lord is providing an incredible moment of grace.
Amen to that. Have a beautiful weekend. Today's the Real Presence show on Take Two, and beautiful. First Friday, I hope everyone gets to Mass.
Yes, absolutely. Debbie, thank you. We'll be tuned in, and we look forward to our visit next Friday.
Sounds great. Take care, guys.
Thank you, Debbie.
Great weekend. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in today, for bearing with us, as you often do, shortening that time in purgatory just a little bit.
It's the end of the week. Hoping you'll allow us to continue to do this. Please share your gifts with us that we might continue to fund Annunciation Radio.